Hey everybody, welcome to First Horizon Park. Jeff M. here with you as we approach Nashville Sounds opening day. As we sit here today, we're about a month away from Tuesday, April 5th, when the Sounds will have the Durham Bulls in town. And today we're catching up with Adam English, who is the Sounds' new COO and General Manager. Adam, thanks for your time today. Timing is everything. It's been an interesting week in the baseball world, and as we sit here, MLB and the Players Union have gotten their deal done. And I want to talk about how it wouldn't have mattered, but of course it does also matter too. So good news in the MLB world, and the Sounds were going to be ready either way. So what does this news mean here in Nashville?
I think it's good for us all, right? I mean, we want the full roster of players that are going to play here. As baseball fans, we all love to watch the big league clubs compete for a World Series. And at the end of the day, it's great that they worked it out, because it would have been a big loss for baseball fans everywhere had they not. Glad they got it worked out. But you're right. Regardless, we were going to play baseball on April 5th right here either way with any player who's not on the 40-man roster.
Yeah, it's interesting, as fans have been asking, what would the lockout have meant had it gone on? Because a lot of people don't realize that difference. In a lot of ways, AAA baseball is very much, of course, tied to the Major League Baseball level, but in terms of executing the Sounds schedule, April 5th was going to come either way. Absolutely, it was.
And outside of 2020, when we all know what happened there, regardless of player negotiations, the collective bargaining agreement contracts, all of that stuff, a minor league baseball season has never been canceled. So regardless of what happens with those labor negotiations, we play baseball regardless, and that's great for the fans and great for the baseball fans here in Nashville.
Well, we're excited for a great season ahead, Sounds baseball, and for you, this will be your first year with the Sounds, recently named in the fall as General Manager and COO. So for you individually, give the community an idea of kind of where you've been and how fun this offseason has been for you with the Sounds.
It's been amazing. Honestly, moving my family from just outside Atlanta up here to Nashville. My wife and I originally grew up in Lexington, Kentucky, so this is moving closer to home, closer to family, and we've really settled in nicely to the Nashville community. This will be my 18th professional baseball season. For the last 3, I was the general manager for the Gwinnett Stripers, the AAA affiliate of the Atlanta Braves. For the 6 years prior to that, I was in Sacramento, California with the River Cats and the AAA affiliate of the San Francisco Giants. So progressively moved a little closer to home, but excited for my first season here in Nashville.
It brings an interesting dynamic, having been in Gwinnett, a Braves affiliate, and plenty of Braves fans in Middle Tennessee. So we're talking about the reigning World Series champions. For them to get there, they, of course, dispatched the Sounds parent club Brewers, and that Brewers roster from a Sounds perspective was really fun because there were so many 2021 Sounds on that team. So where are we in the dynamic now for you Braves Brewers?
You know what? That was so fun to watch. And that's honestly one of my favorite things about being at the AAA level as well, is you see these guys take the next step.
Yeah.
So you're almost rooting for the players as much as you're rooting for the team. And yeah, I was in a unique situation, being that I got to know a lot of the guys who were on the Braves and was really rooting for them at that time. But getting to know the Brewers organization, I know it's got a ton of talent in it, and I know they're set up to be competitive for a long time.
Well, the Sounds and Gwinnett played each other 30 times last year, and people, you're wondering what's the connection like between AAA and the major leagues. That was a great example, because a lot of Braves and a lot of Brewers had been part of the Sounds Gwinnett. A new kind of rivalry last year really made the postseason that much more enjoyable.
It really did. And honestly, the first time Gwinnett came up here to Nashville last year, you guys handed us 6 straight one-run losses. So the Stripers lost 6 consecutive games here, and that actually kicked off your, 15-16 game winning streak that you guys went on. So yeah, again, it just speaks to the competition at AAA, the fun that we're going to have out here this year. I mean, I just can't wait to get started.
This community is so dynamic. It's growing tremendously. Give, from your perspective, an idea to Sounds fans and kind of the community of what you're excited about, what's already been going on here at the Sounds for years, and now what you want to help continue to grow given your role.
Sure. Well, first of all, First Horizon Park is just one of the best facilities in the country. That's a credit to our owner, our partners, what they do to put money back into this place and create that fan experience. What I'm excited about is our first weekend, Hit City weekend. Nashville is music. right? Like, you make hits here, we get hits at the ballpark. We're going to celebrate Hit City in a big way to kick off the year. We're also a part of a program with Major League Baseball called The Nine. We're going to honor Turkey Stearns, the only native Tennessean in the Baseball Hall of Fame.
That's really cool.
And we're really going to talk about the history of black baseball players and how that developed right here on Sulphur Dell during our season as well. So we have a lot of fun stuff. And my focus and my experience in minor league baseball has always been on the fan experience. So I know we're going to continue to push ourselves to provide the best fan experience in minor league baseball.
It's got to have been fun for you given the timing of joining the Sounds. There are certain promotions like Throwback Thursdays or fireworks on a lot of Fridays, certain things that sort of if it's not broken, don't fix it, things
Sure.
are going to continue. But then you've had the time over the offseason with the staff to grow some new promotions like the Nine, which minor league baseball is promoting. So there's always that great combination on the promotional calendar of things people know to look for, but then other things where fans say, oh, interesting, what's that about? And I want to check that out.
Absolutely. Actually, one of the things I'm really proud of this year is we're partnering with Culture City, and we are going to become a sensory-friendly ballpark to welcome even more people to the ballpark. People who thought, well, hey, it's too loud. There's fireworks. There's this, there's that. I get anxiety or that's overwhelming to me. Mm-hmm. And the most exciting thing about that is Nashville as a city is going to be the first city in the country where all of their professional sports teams are sensory inclusive.
That's really cool. I think there are so many different ways that baseball as a whole, and now more specifically for this conversation, the Sounds, are trying to make their ballparks as inclusive as possible. It's one thing to say it, it's another thing to find every way possible to execute it, whether that's through diversity or sensory-friendly night. The Sounds have long had a peanut-free night
Absolutely.
Every year. I mean, throughout the calendar this season, it feels like there are going to be different ways that everyone is reminded, I guess, that they're welcome.
Absolutely. Over and over again, whether it's our Copa weekend, whether it's the Nine program, whether it's our Pride night, you mentioned the sensory inclusive, everyone's welcome to come out here and enjoy a ball game, and we want to make sure that they know that.
Well, as we sit here about a month out, any kind of dates in mind or any reminders for fans that you would want to give out with the season rapidly approaching?
Absolutely. Well, first and foremost, it's Tuesday, April 5th, 6:35 p.m., opening night. It's going to be a blast. What we plan to do is shut down Junior Gilliam Way. We're going to have a block party. It's going to be a party Nashville style, starting in the afternoon, celebrating our first opening day. We don't expect any restrictions on capacities, on masks, on any of that stuff. It's going to feel, hopefully, fingers crossed, everybody, it's going to feel much more like 2019. You know, our fireworks start in June. We've got all kinds of giveaway, 26 different giveaway dates. It's going to be a ton of fun, and don't forget, the bandbox is still going to be popping.
And that's a great point because of what 2020 and then still coming out of 2020, what 2021 was. How normal has this offseason felt? Not that certain procedures are going to go away or that you're not still mindful of COVID, but how normal has it felt? For one, you've had the 2022 schedule farther in advance than ever it had in 2021. So there's been questions answered earlier.
Absolutely. We're inching closer and closer toward life getting a little bit more normal.
Yeah.
Of course, we're still going to make sure that we're safe. Of course, that there's still going to be some protocols in place to make sure that our players stay safe. We're waiting on a lot of that stuff for Major League Baseball. But all in all, when a fan comes out here, it's going to feel fun, family friendly, and we're going to see some good baseball.
I know you had been to the ballpark before taking on this role, so it's not going to be your first game quite literally, but I'm curious what April 5th might mean for you, having grown with this staff this offseason and your excitement level of being with the Sounds now.
It means a ton. And I've always said to people who ask me, the day that I'm not butterflies and excitement and ready to kick off opening day is the day that I need to look for something else to do.
Yeah.
Opening day is such a special day. Baseball back, good weather, summer fun around the corner, and it's going to be special with this group of people we have here too. We've added to our staff. We have a tremendous people around us here, and I just can't wait to get started and see it all in action.
Thanks for your time. It's coming fast. We'll see you April 5th.
Thanks, Jeff.
All right, Adam English, Sounds COO and General Manager, Jeff Hem here at First Horizon Park. Thanks for joining us. We will see you on Tuesday, April 5th.